bees, I'm Marie from Humblebee and Me, and welcome to the first of 2 Valentine's themed formulations I'm going to be sharing this year. So today we are making a shimmery pink cube of a conditioning Valentine's hand wash. In the best of times, I positively motor through hand wash, and these days I am motoring through it at double speed. In the interests of keeping my overwashed hands as happy as possible, I've kept the surfactant blend for this hand wash quite mild. The primary surfactant in this hand wash is non-ionic decyl glucoside, and non-ionic surfactants are the gentlest of the surfactants. And then I have paired the decyl glucoside with some Cocamidopropyl Betaine, which is amphoteric and helps make the entire blend even milder. Because decyl glucoside is quite basic, I have also included some citric acid to bring the pH of this hand wash down to about 5, which is a really nice skin-friendly pH. If you do decide to use a different surfactant than decyl glucoside, I would recommend dropping the citric acid, and then at the end you'll need to test the pH and adjust it as required. You'll notice that this hand wash is opaque and kind of pearlescent, and that is thanks to the inclusion of 2% glycol distearate. As always, if you need substitution suggestions for that, make sure you are reading the partner blog post linked in the description box below. The conditioning part of this hand wash comes from the inclusion of 0.5% Polyquaternium 7, which just is lovely. It gives this really gorgeous, rich skin feel on rinse off that I really like. Making this is really quite simple. We're going to heat the heated phase together to melt that glycol distearate, and then we will add the water to cool, further cool it in an ice bath, add the fragrance and the preservative, and that is pretty much it. As always, if you'd like to learn more about this formulation or any of my formulations, please make sure you are reading the partner blog post linked in the description box below this video. There's always a lot more information about formulations in the partner blog post, links to places to buy all the ingredients, information on substitutions, scaling, shelf life, just heaps of great extra info. So make sure you are clicking that link and giving it a read. But come on, let's go make some hand wash. We'll begin by combining our heated phase ingredients in a beaker. So we're going to need 30 grams vegetable glycerin, 0.45 grams citric acid, 30 grams decyl glucoside, and if you need to make a substitution, please make sure you are reading the blog post and looking up this ingredient in the Humblebee and Me encyclopedia. I also have an FAQ on surfactant substitutions that you should read. 22.5 grams Cocamidopropyl Betaine, 0.75 grams Polyquaternium 7, 3 grams glycol distearate, 6.75 grams liquid Crothix, and 0.75 grams of a pink mica, or kind of whatever color appeals to you. Up next, we're going to weigh this and note that weight, making sure to note that it also includes the spatula, and this will allow us to easily replace any water that is lost to evaporation during heating. To heat this through, we're going to use a water bath. So this is a wide, flat bottom saute pan with about 1 inch or 3 centimeters water in the bottom of it. And I'm gonna pop this in here, and we're just gonna heat this through until the glycol distearate has melted. Just a nice, gentle heating to get everything liquid. Once the glycol distearate has melted, you can remove your water bath from the heat and then remove your beaker from the water bath. The glycol distearate floats, so it's pretty easy to notice when it's all melted. If it's not, when you stir the mixture, you'll definitely see chunks of it float to the surface. So we'll begin by replacing any water lost to evaporation. So we're going to refer to that number we wrote down earlier, and then we are going to start incorporating the rest of the water in the formulation. So I've already weighed this out. This is 55.05 grams of distilled water, and we could add this to the heated phase as well, but adding it now helps speed up cooling. Make sure you're stirring quite gently so that you're not agitating up a bunch of lather. I'm pouring the water over the spatula to break its fall as well, to just keep the gentleness going as much as possible. So at this point in time, with all the water incorporated, you could just leave it to cool. You can just cover it with a bit of cling film and just like walk away and let it cool completely. But I'm going to use an ice bath to speed the cooling along. So here's our ice bath. It's just a bowl that lives in my freezer, and I always kind of keep about an inch of ice living in the bottom of it. And whenever I need an ice bath, I just pull the bowl out of the freezer, top it off with about another inch of water, and yeah, then we are ready to ice bath whenever required. So I'm just gonna pop this in here and stir gently and continuously until the product has reached room temperature. All right, so that is cool enough. So I'm going to go pour off the extra water and pop this back in the freezer. And then we will be ready to weigh out and add our cool down phase and package up the hand wash. So our cool down phase is pretty simple. We will need 0.6 grams liquid Germall Plus, this is our preservative, and 0.15 grams of a Valentine Z fragrance or essential oil. So I'm using this one called Angel Heart from Rustic Essentials. If you are using a different fragrance or essential oil than I am, please make sure you are reading the blog post so you can understand sort of how using different fragrances can impact the formulation. So to incorporate the cool down phase, we'll pour some hand wash into the little dish with the cool down phase. Give that a stir, and then we will transfer that back into the parent batch, and then again, stir gently to combine. And with that done, all that's left is packaging this up. So for packaging, I'm going to use this clear cube pump top bottle from Humblebee. This was a gift, and it already contains 100 grams of this exact same hand wash that I made to take pictures of for the blog. So we're going to top it off with this 150 gram batch. That a gentle rotation there to get everything all incorporated, and yeah, there you go. For a bit of a lather demo, we will add a bit of distilled water to the beaker with the remnants, and then we'll grab a milk frother and bubbles away. Yeah, you see where you definitely get some lovely bubbles, and they feel just so nice because of that conditioning ingredient, the Polyquaternium 7. Like, it's just such a gorgeous, rich, silky feeling lather with really lovely rinse off. It's lovely. And there we are. So we just made an awesome Valentine's conditioning hand wash. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and please make sure you are reading the full partner blog post on this formulation, so you'll find that linked in the description box below this video. So there you'll find links to places to buy all the ingredients, information on substitutions, scaling, shelf life, why I made certain formulation decisions, and a whole lot more. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.